Check, check, check. All right, so here we go. We are going to be looking over this website. I am currently logged in as an admin panel, so we'll go to the admin panel. I tested this before, but it stays on loading, so I'll give it a few more seconds to populate, but this should not be happening. Let's go to profile. So I like the username there. Is there any way to resize any image that gets uploaded to maybe half the pixels here, so maybe something like 300 pixels high, something that meets uh, the username, their favorite Pokemon, and then to edit the profile if their image could somehow fit from top to right around here. If you can see my cursor, if you can't, it's a parallel with edit profile. This button, online or offline, can we have that functional where if the user's online, uh, their opponent will be notified so they can battle, so it'll be online or offline. You already got the location, if that can trigger the flags around the world and the other pages to go on. Their rank would be populated by the database. If they're a part of a team, it would show a team. Uh, do not show their emails, but do have their friend code available publicly. Privately, they can have this information when they edit. And then all these stats here, hopefully that will get populated by the database. Uh, Hopefully the terms that they enter will get populated by the database. The trophies that they receive will get populated throughout the tournament gameplay. Um, Hopefully I'll have access to the bottom footer or any of these pages so I can make small text edit changes. Hopefully this email subscription um, is functional, and also I'd like to see if there's a database for that so I can either populate it with myself with the data I have. So please show me that in the future. And then we'll go over your uh, Word document list. So we'll go to home page. Hopefully that's a glitch, but I'll just resync here. Um, During the original sketch, there was like arrows going back and forth. Is it possible to add a slideshow at the top? Also, this the web page is set to 100% on my screen, but it looks really stretched. Is there any way to have it more compressed and more um, to have a proper appearance rather than being stretched? Because these images and these web pages will also be used on a mobile device. So I'm not saying make a mobile functional, but also keep that in mind that some of the spacing is really far apart. We'll get to find tournament and check-in. We'll also need access codes for that. I don't know how you'll be able to implement. These arrows are meant for the slideshow that's supposed to go up there when I add in user information, and the slideshow should have something like a function where I can add in new information. Inside of that should be links to the page, links to the store, um, and be able to create up to 5 or 10 if possible. But then if there's not 5 showing or not 10 showing, it should only show whatever is active. Um, our last match, so I guess anybody who has a player profile, people will get to see um, the text-based results or to see the teams that were being used. Latest news, so that's linked to blogs. That's okay. We'll get to that later. Incoming events, if it's possible to get these images horizontal, so they're more not functional, but to have a better flow when you look at these images or when you click on these, because these should be linked to events or tournaments and stuff like that. featured events. This should be linking to players' profiles. Um, the versus, like I said it before, it looks stretched. The YouTube link with the watch, that should be a function where I should be able to add in a URL to this match to make it functional. So I'd like to see any featured events on this page here, um, just showing a profile of who the two is, the name of the matchup and time being taken, and then this YouTube watch. I want to put in the URL so viewers can see what they are watching when they come to the home page. I'm just going to take a sip of tea. Thank you. Global top players. So once the player base gets populated, the top players, 20 players, their profile page should be here, and that should link back to their public profile page, not their private public profile page. Um, we'll need to know how to change and edit these pages. Um, to get in touch with us, this should be linked to an email address. Let me know if there's some sort of cPanel or email support system. If not, please let me know what email I should create on my end so I can link it up to get in contact with us. And that should be it for the home page. Register. And we're moving to register. So I'm already logged in, but let's log out. So thank you for getting all these connected when players want to sign in. Um, please set up a reminder for this page where RSVP codes can be purchased at the store, or uh, access to tournaments and access to leagues can be purchased through um, the store, and then the store can send an email to the user for their RSVP code into their tournament. These RSVP codes have to be unique to each event, where users can't multiply, so each player has their own unique code, and so we don't get freeloaders coming in, just to protect the brand. But other than that, the register looks good. We'll go on to the login. So far, this looks good. If I had an account, I'd log in. See if it works here. So I'm logged in with this account, but I do not see my, oh, I guess because that account is not created. Okay, here's the profile. So if I create an account, okay, I edit information, uh, Canada. If this can be a pop-up list, okay. These social icons here, they can probably match up with these pages here. If I were to select my favorite Pokemon, I'd like a drop-down menu and a text field. So the users can select their favorite Pokemon, and that would be featured right here with this Pokemon and with my username. So this one should actually be changed to username. Users can manually add their um, add in their information from there. Um, okay, so I guess the preset teams, there should be a page that pops up where I should be making my teams of 6 that I want to keep it for the future, and that should be where players can load their teams on their create match. When they're creating a Pokemon team, they should also load their preset teams. Um, this stuff right here, the broken terms, we need to change that, but basically, I just need to remove this part. If you can see the highlight, if people broke terms of service, then they should understand that who they're playing against. Upload profile pictures, save info, that's okay for now. Just worried about this preset. I'd like to see some more information on that. Um, so let me go try to save information. Okay, my team is Valor. Okay, the selecting Pokemon thing is a bit confusing because click on it here. When it's not in edit mode, I can't select, which is fine. It should just be one Pokemon. So if this Snake Ekans here is my favorite Pokemon, then that should represent it up here. And like I mentioned before, the online offline thing. Um, PayPal and MetaMask, all this should be private right now. If this is the public page, this is only for if an administrator can see it. Just in case if people don't want to be contacted, we don't want their information public. Okay, we're gonna go to leagues. Okay, let's see what we got here. Add a league, AM test, Great League. Okay, we can select how many rounds. We'll select 5 rounds and submit. I don't know why we got this error, but that needs to be fixed, please. Um, League table so far, I'm guessing everything's good here. Once the so this should be this large image right here. That should be the player or the user with their username beside it. This night gaming, that should be linked to what team. This should be linked to when they registered into the league. Um, each Pokemon displayed. Which should only be 6, not 7, with a username underneath for each unique Pokemon that they put in their team. Okay, we can't go to load more, so these arrows don't do anything in this page. You can remove that. So this league board was meant for the draft program I sent you. So I'd like to see a copy of this page, but with that draft code put into the web app, if possible. Um, I don't know why these drop-down menus are not working, but we could probably have drop-down menus for the tournaments, and then maybe besides tournaments, we have it for leagues, so users can. All we're gonna do is just basically copy this for now, copy these, and then we're gonna take it and put it beside tournaments and call it leagues, so players know what league that they can sign up to, and we'll reorganize that once we see more information. So I think we're okay for leagues for now with what we need to fix. I think we're going back to tournaments. Okay, tournament's not working. We're gonna go to tournament PS. Tournament PS is not working. BT. Tournament BT. That is also not working. MU2. That is also not working. I don't know what's supposed to be there. I'm gonna go select league stable. I don't know what that means, but let's go check it out. Oh, leagues table. My apologies. Oh, oops, the link was wrong. So I don't see this populated here. Leagues table, RSVP, nothing's there. RSVP comp, I don't see anything there. Player match, let's check out player match. Let me get that again. Player match, nothing's there. Event map, okay, event map, event map. This should have a map of like a Google Maps, and it should show where the tournaments are being hosted, if it's in-person events or virtual events. Um, I don't know why this online event or in-person event is showing here. Pin tournaments. None of these links are or images are clickable. Let's go to leaderboard. So this page here will need some work. My apologies. Leaderboard. Okay, well, that looks to be okay. So once we get, oh, Canada's not in a continent, that's a country. But once we get, let's say, world, continental, so we'll need all 5 regions, so North America, South America, Europe, Africa, and Asia Pacific. We'll have to have all of those here with their leaderboards. And then when players register their region or country, you could see who's the best in that country once we get that. So we got to remove regional and then just down by country and have it like a drop down menu with available players in that country. We'll go to Hall of Fame. Okay, and I guess this is where we start adding the trophies, and the trophies will link back to the players' profiles. So once we get the trophies ready, well, I have trophies ready, but once we get this page ready, then we can start populating. I think we went through profile before. Profile 2 doesn't work. Okay, so profile, this is the user who's logged in. So yeah, I think I went over all of this before. Shop, let's check out the shop. So I'll need to know how to add product, control inventory, um, to see what emails that EBC sends out to the customer, so we can have a receipt program, because I don't know how if that works through Stripe, but I'll also need a tab, not NFTs, but if we can change that to digital goods, uh, and hopefully we can get this page populated with inventory that actually has a working transaction. But if we can get this page, the NFT, to be called digital goods, or digital products, and then we can start populating that and start testing the access codes or RSVP codes uh, with that system, as I mentioned before, uh, where the user would get a RSVP code when they register their teams for that league or tournament. We'll move on to rules. Okay, rules is showing a blank page. We'll go to blogs. I think we went over that briefly. So blogs, this image should not be stretching the whole page. Um, and then I hope all these, the share button's not functional. I don't know what's, okay, Instapaper, hopefully that's Instagram, Facebook, that needs to be linked properly. Goes to Twitter. I don't know why we're sharing to YouTube, but hopefully these will be functional in the future. Somehow we can try to make this page not as stretched, so the readers could read the website, the content easier. If there's a way to add in SEO when I'm building the blog, and that should only be available to admin and users that the admin creates. And what I mean, but what the user creates as moderators, editors, um, referees, just will need a pool of users that have certain permissions. Okay, we'll go to contents. Actually, let's go to blog again. See, when you type in blog, it doesn't work, but it's blogs. Okay, contents. I don't know what's supposed to be there. Trim it, manage. I guess that gets populated. Um, we don't need all these images here. Probably just have this one image. I go to host a tournament. So go Swiss bracket, allow teams, yes or no. Okay, virtual test AM, test AM, 123 Fake Street. Uh, this needs to be fixed right here. Looks out of bounds. Testing. Basically, we want a left column here and then a solid right column, but how it looks right now, it's like wavy, it's not flowing, it's not easy on the eyes. Info for new customers, test. Okay, so this admin can only route. I understand that you made an admin page, but if a player ever found out this page, they shouldn't be able to access it. So let's keep that in mind. Players should play, players should not edit. But yeah, if we can just fix the flow of this, I really want to see how these bracket systems work out. Because we're dealing with multiple leagues, multiple genders, and multiple divisions. We'll need to add in another like bracket system so we can, like one would be for what kind of tournament it would be. Then we would pick another bracket for what region. Then we pick another bracket for what division. And then if it's for men or for women or if it's open. So when you come down to this page, host a tournament or tournament host, ask me for that information that I gave you in the video. But it's basically keep this information here. We're adding men and women in gender. We're adding in region, North America, South America, Europe, Africa, and Asian Pacific. So those five. And then for divisions, we're having Elite as number one, Ace as number two, Challenger number three, Rival number four, and Trainee number five. So that bracket system. So this should only be done by the administrator or its um, moderators who have permission to create. And I think that is it for tournament host. Let me check out tournament manage again. Yeah, tournament manage. Yeah. So I guess this will get all populated when everything starts being created. Let's try this regional page. Okay, so that just goes back to leaderboard. But if that's what you got for now, that seems to be a good update. Um, there'll be some more editing as we go on, and things are shaping up. Um, keep up the hard work, and we'll get this project done soon. Um, let's see what else is there. So I'm gonna go to tournament host. Alright, that's not a live demo. That just goes back to the main page. Single elimination. Allow teams. Yes, I'm guessing that is the 4v4 remote. Scribble, 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 scribble. If I'm logging in with an administrator and I don't have an admin route, we need to fix that. Okay. Other than that, if you can fix all this up, shape it up, make it look tighter, make it look cleaner, and once we see that back end start working, I think we're in good shape for now. Thank you for getting this far, and we'll see you soon. Bye.